to develop and exercise different forms of nonviolent resistance, including the legal and the human and the popular forms of resistance. But I just want to end by cautioning against the use of wrong terms misrepresenting the issue. By no stretch of the imagination, by no means can we describe this latest Israeli aggression against a captive population with nowhere to go as a state of self-defense. The occupation is a state of constant ongoing aggression that manifests itself in different ways in the West Bank, including East Jerusalem and the Gaza Strip. And it's the Palestinians who have been deprived of any type of protection or the right to use self-defense. Israel has had enough time and space to continue to violate not just Palestinian rights and devalue Palestinian lives, but also to persist in its policies of victimization and the use of violence.
Pleasure to meet you. Thank you for the briefing, Dr. Ashrawi. George Baumgarten, correspondent for Jewish newspapers in North America. You mentioned particularly that you want to take a path of peaceful means. Do you not recognize, or how can you ignore the thousands upon thousands of rockets that have been fired from Gaza, fired by Hamas or within the territory controlled by Hamas, which is now a proud component of your government? Do you not recognize this? And with reference to the ICC and the Rome Statute, is it your intention to take Israel to a case before the International Criminal Court? Thank you.
Talal?
Peaceful means, yeah, we are intending to take Israel to the ICC. We do not have a time frame. We do have a plan, a program of action. As far as when people talk about thousands upon thousands of rockets, you create the impression as though you have, these intercontinental ballistic missiles or something like that. Most of these rockets are very crude and handmade, and they are used in response to Israeli bombing and shelling and the use of F-16s and the use of helicopter gunships, including Apache gunships, or shelling and so on by tanks and by sea, warships shelling by sea. So when you have a people under occupation that is besieged, that is largely defenseless, you cannot accuse their reaction to aggression only as being terrorism, and yet the real acts of targeting civilians and killing thousands. So far, Israel has killed thousands upon thousands of Palestinian civilians with every incursion, with every assault. So if you want to stop the violence, if Israel wants to be safe, it should stop the one act of aggression, which is the occupation, the depriving of the Palestinians of their right to freedom, of their right to use their own land, their own resources, their own lives. This is how we provide security for everybody.
You have 2 minutes.